Big.
Okay.
Well, everybody, welcome to the November 1st Live with Lussetto. This year is winding down pretty darn quick. As always, we got Dan Christensen with us with even a better colored tractor than he drives behind him tonight. And our guest tonight is Rod Crawford, who is basically promoting the pull in Willcox, Arizona. Rod, can you give us a little information on this year's version of Willcox's pull?
Yeah. Okay. You're breaking this down, but anyway, we're on November 10th and 11th. We're doing an honoring the Veterans Day pull. These are 2 nights pull. Saturday morning, we're loading up. I think I've got trailers for about 11 tractors that would, if they want to go through the parade with us. Now I've got 26 confirmed hooks with maybe up to 10 possibles. So I think we're going to have a pretty good night. And we're doing this admission free this year, courtesy of our sponsors. And so I think we're going to have a good crowd, and I think we're going to have a real good time.
What's the weather like down there right now? Rod, what's the weather like down there right now?
Well, I'm looking at my computer, 64 degrees.
I can handle 64.
I missed that, Rod. What'd you say?
64 degrees and sunny.
Oh, that sounds a lot better than here. What time is that pull going to start?
Starts 6 p.m. each night. Registration closes at 5:30. We'll start about 3 in the afternoon, both days. We'll establish pulling order Friday night and then just reverse it for Saturday.
Okay, and then are you you will be pulling some mini rods with your sled?
Yeah, we'll be pulling mini rods, rods, and the 6,200 pound modifieds, single engine modifieds with the Western States Post sled, and your sled will take everything from there up.
Okay. Did you get your tractor back running?
Pardon? Maybe. I got to go out and do some more checking. I'm not sure. I took water. That's tomorrow's bit, is to verify that one. So I think maybe that 496 might wind up in the scrap yard before I get done.
Oh no, that's not good. Yeah, and then well, you might we might have you talk a little bit. You've had kind of a busy summer with the stuff that you started down there. You've kind of started a neat program. I think it'd be neat to kind of get that out there, what you've been doing through the summer.
Okay, yeah. Earlier this spring, I entered into a conversation with a couple of our local police department, a sergeant and a chief, and asked them if they had problems with kids racing on streets and highways and stuff. I drove around Cochise County some, and frankly, the asphalt roads and intersections look like Garden County and Morrill County in the country, where the kids have been racing, and lots of black marks. And based on my personal history, I know how that worked. And so we we're offering once a month the local drivers to bring their vehicles or cars or pickups or sand rails, whatever they wanted. And they had their option of pulling their sled, or we were doing side-by-side drag racing for 250 to 300 feet. And had real good response to the whole thing. And everything was working real good. We were doing once a month. And unfortunately, in October, the local city management decided that dirt drag racing on our facility had too high a liability, because our track is located on city, so they have the option of putting in their input, and so they put restrictions on us for more insurance and barricades and stuff that kind of took out the drag racing for at least the balance of this year. So we're still doing some pulling with the guys, and we've had real good turnout. I'm thinking probably we've been getting crowds at those once a month deals, Greg, that would have compared to the crowd, our crowd that we had in April for a big pull. And I think we're going to have a lot bigger crowd this time because of that program.
Yeah,
and,
that's what.
So we're hoping maybe this next year we can negotiate with the city and yeah.
Well,
we're hoping we can negotiate and get the dirt drags back. It seems to be something that's coming up popular around the country. We see a lot on Facebook about it.
Well, the hard thing is there's so many tracks closing and different things. I don't know how to say this, kids, and even some of the adults will continue to do this if they have an outlet to do it in a controlled environment. I mean, a lot of them will, and I think it's a much better outlet for that than cruising around on the streets.
Yeah, definitely.
So
yeah. We were able to provide a supervision and control. We were only racing street stock equipment. Nobody's bringing any modified stuff in, and the younger people, just giving them a chance to burn off some of that energy in a structured environment where safety was number one, always with us. And like I said, we'll see what the future brings.
yes. Is there any other vehicles or anything new that we could be looking at for this event that we haven't seen there?
Well, down here this year, it's my understanding that the Darnells are bringing their two light limited stuff, pro stocks.
Yep.
Coming out of I'm not sure where Shannon's buddy's coming out of, the Colorado place or Kansas. I think it's Kansas, but basically a lot of returns. We'll have a new pickup, or one or two new pickups coming out of California. David Ramsey's coming out with his pro stock pickup, and maybe one of his country mods. I'm not sure on the second one, but
Okay.
I talked to him today, and he said he'd definitely be here with the big pickup. So
Okay, well, good. And they have mod 4x4s, is that correct?
some of our guys from far away are having a little trouble putting things together to come. Dennis Weber had to bow out, and so our mini rods will be a little limited, but we'll go in California and two locals here, so for sure.
Yes.
And else maybe showed up.
Yeah, I can tell you, I'm one of them having a little trouble myself. Hopefully we'll get some parts. sometime soon here. So
Yeah.
Dan, what do you guys are all planning on making the trip again?
I heard the rumor that Dan and others.
What's that?
Oh, did we lose him? There.
Yeah, he seems to be. Looks like he fell asleep.
I think we got him back now. You there, Rod?
Oh, I think I saw some movement.
Pardon,
Dan, you guys.
My internet must be really slow.
Yeah. Dan, you guys are going down. Is Janelle going down?
Yeah. As far as I know, she's finishing putting her tractor together. I think Reardon's are coming out here and throwing their tractor in the trailer and traveling with those guys down there. So,
who's that?
Reardon's.
Oh, nice.
Rum runner.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah. I will say I did not expect that, but that's great.
Yep. So, no, I'm excited. I gotta get mine winterized for travel. So, and I'm ready to roll. So
that's the bad thing about it is the water injection isn't going to make the could if it was not legal, right? Yes, Rod.
Well, it's supposed to be 70 degrees during the day, and the low is supposed to be 48 that weekend, Dan. So you can quit worrying about winterizing it.
Yeah,
once
but
you get
it's
it down
getting
here.
there. The Raton Pass and the trip through Colorado is the rough part.
Or just me getting out of Cheyenne.
Yeah. Yes.
Well,
and
there is what they call a low. There is a lowlander route down here.
Yep.
Is that the eastern Colorado down south there?
Yeah, you come down 380.
385.
You go down 385. 385 and then cross 56, and that way you won't get a nosebleed from getting too high.
There's a chance I may take that route actually, but we'll see.
That's not bad running going that way.
We're sure hoping the fuel keeps dropping. Holy cow, it's spiked here and it's looking like it's finally heading the right direction. So
yeah.
Would be nice, if that went down a little bit before we have to make that long trip.
Yeah. I come after. Yeah. Dave and I.
Any news on your
I
trailer,
come back
Nate?
from Dwayne Pfister's picking up Dave's tractors, and we come down 83 and across 56, and it's good running.
Yeah, that's good. That, like I say, that's good road going that direction, going that way.
Yeah,
but no no trailer, mate.
Okay. And Rod, you might fill us in. The kid with the Pulling Texas. I understand he's going to be down there and live stream the event.
Yeah, Pulling Texas is supposed to be here. He called me here a while back, and he's going to take pictures like he did before, and then he said he was
good. He does a good job.
Yes, he does.
So
for one camera.
Were you guys going to try to live stream it too, Greg? Or are you going to jazz home?
No, I don't know that we're going to. We had several people, including the Invisible Jazz, that was going to try to make the trip, but just with everything going on, it looks like it may just be me with the sled. And Kyle didn't get his tractor done. Our turbines on the shelf. We're down to nothing running at the moment. I still have a couple of days, but not many.
Need to have a putting together party.
Well, I know the feelings.
Yeah.
I've got a house.
I have other parties to attend in the meantime, Dan. So
that's a choice.
No, it's really not.
Biggest thing is we're hoping the weather stays good for you guys up there until you can get out of there.
Yeah, the travel. That's Dan, Mr. Truck Driver. You may fill me in. Will the guys need chains?
I don't drive with chains.
What's that?
I don't drive with chains.
Can they stop you on that, or what's the?
Yeah. Well, if you're in Colorado, you got to be carrying them. Doesn't mean you have to use them.
Right, right. That was my curiosity on that. So,
yeah.
But you don't. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't be telling all your secrets here, but
if you.
Yeah, you're supposed to carry them.
You're supposed to carry them, but you don't.
No.
Of course, motorhome may not have to have them.
No.
Is that how you're registered as motorhome?
Yep.
I see.
I think
What's that, Rod?
Except for going over the like Raton, if you guys come around the other way down 385, I don't think you'd ever have any issues with chains.
Okay.
At all.
As long as you don't get stopped doing something stupid like should have had chains and are stuck, they won't mess with you.
Oh, really? Okay.
No, I've never had an inspection where they want to see my chains or anything like that. So even when I was driving over the road.
It also should be duly noted there's a reason that Dan's tractor's named what it is.
Maybe.
Yeah. Could have had something to do with the DOT, maybe.
Possibly, yes.
Yeah. So
that's a story for another time.
I'm not sure if he's the best guy to be talking to on this, but I think he knows what he should do.
Yeah. A whole cattle, what's that tell you?
You didn't always do what you're supposed to do, but you probably knew.
Pretty much.
Might be a little bit of an outlaw, you know.
Tiny bit. The old school ways.
Yeah. Possibly wanted. Yeah.
Yeah. Possibly.
Has the statute of limitations ran out on you yet, or
not the last time I called? No.
Okay.
We're real excited to have everybody come down.
Oh, so what is it? A veterans parade? Then is that what they're having, Rod?
Do what?
Is it a Veterans Day parade kind of deal, or?
Yes. Yes, Veterans Day parade. It's shorter than the one that you got to ride on a year ago when you were checking out all the scenery.
Mm-hmm.
And but the medicine format, I've got 4 flatbed semis lined up to put them on. So for the guys that are hauling in enclosed trailers, we can put them on flatbeds, and most of them are step decks. And then of course you and Dave were on my trailer, and we'll have put you on there again this year and do the scenery again.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm not going to miss the parade. Still single, by the way.
I thought Dan told me that it wasn't. It was senior.
When you get down here, Greg, we'll have to enlighten you on that.
No, I think
no, Greg can just ride along with us.
Maybe we'll take Greg with us this time, Dan.
I will have to get there in time.
You won't?
I said I will have to.
You will be. Well, yeah, being on time is kind of tough for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not it's a good time.
Oh, there's another guy that would know.
Yeah. All I can say about the parade is there in October when we went through the parade, my sides hurt so bad when we got back to the track that I didn't know if I was going to make the day.
Darn Dave, anyway.
Yeah, it was all Dave.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all his fault. All his fault. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll blame it on him anyway.
Yeah. No, and for anybody that wonders about this pull, I love it. Everybody that goes down loves it. cool atmosphere. The town, it's a little town. It's a neat town, and the people that come to the poll, it's awesome. I mean, a lot of those people down there don't get to see the smokers like you do up here. So when we come down there with those big tractors and stuff, they go nuts. It's a good time. It really is.
We
and
really
you do
have
a great job, Rod.
We've actually really, I mean, there's been a lot of people that have seen, how do you want to say it? We've exposed a lot of people to pulling down here, and I mean, this isn't just like last year. I mean, this pull's been going on for a long time, but it's good to get, it's amazing how there's people from all over that have transplanted into that area that, have been around pulling or, and like you said, it just doesn't exist that much on a regular basis anyway.
Yeah.
And we actually, me personally, I noticed that even more like when we were in Chandler, which, Rod, I guess we could talk about that too. We're working on a 2-day pull in Chandler in conjunction with the NHRDA going back, which, last year really didn't look like it was going to happen, but it sounds like we might, that event's going to happen again. And we very possibly could be pulling 2 days, a Friday, Saturday there in Chandler.
That would be awesome.
So, Rod, were they talking like that's probably going to be about the same time of the year?
And talking to Randy Cole, opening, this will be in April. Yeah. Same, right around the same time as it was last year. I think it's the 20th or something like that.
Right around the 15th, if I remember correctly.
I haven't checked the calendar, but it sounds like the closing of that track and stuff and all that stuff's kind of on hold due to some legal actions by the facility there, camp or whatever they call that, where it was right next to where we were at. So this one in Chandler may go on for longer than we think, but we're definitely set up for this year. And we get a little closer, why we'll be working with Randy to get that set up, and hopefully maybe we can fit in a third pull either the weekend before or something like that. We're seeing around the area so that we get at least one more hook in there. But
yeah, that'd be
we'll have
nice.
to see how that comes together.
Yes. Yep, and hopefully by that, I mean, it won't help this next weekend's pull, but hopefully we'll get some more stuff done in April. So, yeah. Is there anything else?
If we can run, 30. Not a whole lot that I can come up with, other than just encourage anybody that feels like they could make the trip to go ahead and make it. You don't have to be invited to this. You just have to show up.
Yeah. All right. Well, Rod, sure appreciate it. Feel free to hang around. We're going to talk a little banquet stuff. We've got that coming up this weekend in Kearney. I can tell you I've been blown away by the RSVPs.
Yeah, I'm not going to try to make that because it's too far away.
That's too much of a turnaround for you, too, Rod.
You guys, and we'll see you in about 10 days.
Absolutely.
Sounds great, Rod.
Yeah.
Dan, Jazz was telling
good one, guys. Talk to you later.
All right. Thank you, Rod. Jazz tallied some stuff up, and I do believe we are somewhere in the high 90s for meals reserved.
Good. Awesome.
So that's great. And I know, I don't know, should be even more of an event, which we're hoping for.
Yeah, definitely.
So
that's a very good response.
Yes. And for everybody, we're going to start the rules meeting at 4:30. We are going to have to push. I mean, we didn't leave, we didn't leave an extreme amount of time for discussion. With that being said, we have enough time as long as we don't dwell on a bunch of stuff and, beat up too many dead horses. So, we're going to make sure we obviously have good discussion, but then move it along in a positive way. And that way, we don't have to take too much time, but, we obviously need to get out what we need to talk about and stuff that needs to be shored up. And some of the classes we're not going to have a tremendous amount to talk about. Just like I'm going to use pro stock pickups for example. Short of some safety issues, a lot of the stuff will hinge on what happens at the meeting at Lake of the Ozarks, Missouri, at the national meeting, because most of our classes will line up and follow the national rules. So there shouldn't be a tremendous amount. I guess I'll throw this out there. I'm still working on a little more information for the bell housing debacle, but I did get the okay for us to run 6.1 bell housings in Pro Stock and Economod with a current certification. I found out about one more place that might work with people a little more as far as getting them recertified. I will make sure I've got the information, that we can get to everybody Saturday. So that was great news. That kind of put me at ease a little bit. And, sounds like it's not a perfect outcome, but it's a heck of a lot better.
Yeah.
So one other reminder I'll throw out there, our tractor classes, be checking dates on blankets, because it would be nice to get those sent off and get those, don't wait to the last minute, me included.
And that's a 5-year certification?
5-year certification. That is correct. And yes, the bell housings are 2, blankets are 5. I don't have an answer why, but it is. So.
Yep. And we'll start the banquet out with breaking into our classes first and then come back for a general.
Well, to be honest with you, we'll probably do our general, and we should, as far as I'm concerned, the safety stuff and some of the procedure stuff, whether it's some of the entry stuff and a few things that are changing, and, just a handful of concerns that we, just to let everybody know, we put out a survey for people to write out what they think. And I mean, they're anonymous, which, it's interesting. You learn a lot of stuff, and sometimes fair amount of stuff that you wouldn't have expected. We appreciate the people being honest with us, and some of it is a lot, some of it is absolutely necessary. David or Sean Reed, yes, there's a place in Iowa. The Custom Floaters is the one place I've yet to get a hold of that I certainly get a hold of them and visit. But there is that place in Oskaloosa that looks like could recertify the Lakewood 6.1s. And they understand what we're doing with them, which that really helps too. So, and I understand the Custom Floaters is a pretty good place to work with as well. They're in Ohio. So, but yeah, no, we should have all the information, and then Kurt and also the Dunklows will also be there. Will be at the meeting and the banquet that night. It also sounds like Ryan Boyson's going to be there too, to just to add into the discussion on the safety stuff and kind of what is done and expected at the national level, of which we're going to try to mirror them and be a little better and get up to their standard as well.
Yep. And he is coming. I just got a phone with him before we started tonight. So
yep. So no, that'll be good. Well, Dan, anything else going on in your world?
Not really. Not that I can think of. I'm ready for this weekend. Be good to see everybody again. I'm
ready and I'm not. It's well, there's a lot to do, and Jazz has been pretty busy, and I dump a lot on her with working on the agendas and just all of I'm pretty laid back and will wing a lot of stuff. She's a little more structured. She tries to keep me in line, but it's not always the easiest.
Yeah.
So
I'm ready. It's going to be a good deal, I think.
Yes. No, absolutely. And we'll mention this as well too. We're very happy. Kurt kind of made a mention to it last week, but we are having Titan Machinery back as our title sponsor for the Heartland division, which that's great. We're talking third year now. So, I'd love to see that be a long-term relationship. We'll do our best to hold up our end of the deal.
Yeah, definitely.
And, a couple neat things too. We do have programs out for other sponsors. We've got a program that we'll hand out to some of our people, which, we'll work with some of our members to help with the sponsorship for the season. And then also, we are going to put out a separate Heartland Division souvenir program. So we've got the information on selling ads. So if you have, say sponsors, but builders and different things, and, some people that are local to some of the pullers, in certain areas, we'll have ads for that. And we should have some, hopefully we should get to cranking on that here in the next few months. But it's going to be a neat deal to have something to hand out, to our spectators and the, kids and different things.
Yep.
Highlighting our group, which I'm pretty excited about.
Oh yeah. It can only help,
Yes. Yep. And will be great material next year to hand out for, sponsors to show them what, what we're doing, what we've got to offer, and never hurts to have that kind of publicity.
No. And we're growing year by year, and this thing just keeps getting better. And I think it's going to continue down that avenue. So,
yes. Yep. And, hopefully be adding a few, we've got a couple tractor, or we got one new tractor. We got a couple more that should be out after some revamping. And, I'm looking forward to an even better year number wise than what we had this year. Pretty cool stuff. I've been hearing from a lot of promoters. And there's a lot of them that keep wanting to step up their program, which we've got some Heartland events, which are starting to grow and want to add national classes, which, it provides some problems with, be honest with you, we've got a lot of classes have a lot of hooks, but man, we've got, it's just cool to have more people wanting our product.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yes, no, and Mr. Reed has a good comment there that it needs to go back to the original manufacturer. So, and that's the same with the blankets. If you got a Stroud blanket, obviously it needs to go back to Stroud. SRP, I don't know if they recertify, but most of the absolutely needs to go back to the original manufacturer. So, yeah, I don't, Dan, I don't know if we want to keep going on about other stuff, but if anybody has any questions, boy, hit us up here in the next few minutes, or, we might call it an early night. We're working on some more stuff for next week, and next week might be rough because we might be working on getting out of town.
Yeah.
When are you guys leaving, Dan?
I'm leaving right after dinner on Wednesday, or right after lunch, depending on what part of the country you live in. And if you have an ag background or not.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I'm trying to leave after noon, which is dinner where I come from.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Well, we'll just have to see what happens with the show then, because if we're all on the road, that might be a little dicey.
Yeah.
And the worst part is we head south. There's not always service where we're heading for a while. Yep. Gets a little thin.
Definitely. Yeah. To say the least.
Yeah.
Oh, we could meet up somewhere and do a show from the toter.
Rest live from the rest area. That'd be awkward.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that'd probably be the only place we'd find the internet.
Oh, good. Oh. You may find more there than you want.
Good point. Yeah. I'm planning on trying to make it to Raton anyway.
You didn't make it to Raton that first night?
Yeah, then guys only got like 6 or 8 hours from there. So
yeah, see, my deal, if I go that way, I'm going to get past Rotone because there's place I don't want to see.
Yeah, I'm going to get past that.
Oh, the hill's fine. I just don't want to stop.
No, it's the thing that sits on top of the hill to the right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
so
yeah, no, definitely. So the banquet starts at 4:30.
At 4 o'clock.
4. Good to know because I lost my schedule.
Oh my goodness. Yep. Yeah. Now 4 o'clock start time. Come prepared to get started. And like I said, get to work because we're going to chew through that thing. Jazz had kind of scheduled an hour and a half. I really don't know that we need a tremendous amount longer than that. We will kind of run through the safety stuff and some lineup stuff, and then we'll break out into our classes for discussion, and we'll have some, there's a few proposals like classes that are just Heartland, like light limited super and econo mods and, the two-wheel drives. And also we need to have a good discussion with our naturally aspirated two-wheel drives. We've got some really hard discussions to have with the diesel pickup scenario, both east and west. So hopefully we can have some good input on that. Because last year, just be honest with you, our numbers were not where they needed to be. And I don't know that there's a real easy fix. So we may have to discuss, and I'll tell you what, if something, I understand, classes have went away in the past. It may be something that goes away, but that does not mean a promoter can't book that class. It just may not be on a regular points system, but we can always add a class here or there. So, but yeah, get that till, 4 to 5:30. We'll be discussing that. And then we have 5:30. We've got kind of, oh goodness gracious, social hour, whatever the heck they call it. I'm not good at that stuff.
You're having it that early?
It'll be almost dark by then, Dan. But also they're going to meet with the young gun portion of our Heartland group's going to meet. Jazz is working on some stuff. We're going to try to get a plan together we want to get some stuff done with our young guns at our level. And we're working on some social media stuff that, we'd love to have some of the kids take ownership in it and, do some of the posting and, some of the social media presence for the young gun part, which I think would be great.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
we need to get,
and then we'll have our meal at 6:30 and do all the fun stuff, give away the awards, which have started showing up at the shop here. And I know Kurt's got coats already and Susan's bringing checks. So
perfect.
Yeah. So, well, shoot, Dan, have you got anything else?
I don't. Not that I can think of. Just looking forward to seeing everybody, and everybody that can show up, please show up.
Yeah, it's nice to get that going on. I know harvest is kind of, I suppose back in your home area, it's ramped up pretty hard by the sounds of it.
Yep. Yeah, I talked to my cousin today, and they're getting closer. Still got a little ways to go, but they're getting closer.
The weather's been leaving them alone?
They had a couple drizzly days, and then I think a little bit of snow, but they were able to stick with the corn. They still got some beans left that they're waiting for some sunshine, but they're about done.
Back at it.
Yep. They've only got help till the 1st of December, so they got to hurry up and get done.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Nothing like having a deadline to push it along, huh?
Yeah. The guys from down south weren't very happy the other morning when they walked out of the shop and there was snow on the ground. So some of them had never seen that before. So
well, they can check that box.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
So
okay.
But no.
Well, shoot, I think we might call tonight. Thanks everybody, and stay in touch next week. I don't know exactly what's going to happen. We'll see what, it will depend on our schedule and what's going on with us being on the road.
Yeah, no, I'll have help, so I might maybe just pop on a live or something on my Facebook page or something, my polling page or whatever. Kind of give everybody a look at what's going on, what it's like down there and everything. So,
okay,
may see me on a golf course with shorts on. Never know.
We'll see. They probably won't see me with shorts on a golf course. So I'll just tell you that.
Probably not me either. So
yeah,
but you might see me on a golf course.
All right. Well, thanks everybody.
See ya.